What's up, my fellow Jub Scythe here, and today we're going to keep it calm, we're going to keep it relaxed as we end up talking about the Mantle of Power packs that are available right now on the Trove website. So in order to actually get to this, it doesn't seem like they're in the store, at least at the moment I'm recording this video. Of course, they will end up becoming available in the Trove, actual in-game store and probably just on their normal website and everything like that, and apparently they're supposed to be having it on Steam as well. Right now you actually have to go to the Trove website, click account in the top right hand corner of the screen, log in, and then you just scroll down to where you would normally see how much time you have left on your patron or your credits or stuff like that, and it'll pretty much show you all of the packs that are available. So first of all, let's actually start with the cheapest pack, which is the Gem Sampler Pack. This one is $14.99 as a temporary price. It is on sale right now. I'm assuming $5 off because it's probably going to end up being $20 once the pack actually is live and normal and everything like that. So what you're going to end up getting with this pack is you're going to end up getting early access to Mantle of Power. That is, you're going to be able to play it a week earlier because Mantle of Power releases on the 19th for everybody who buys one of these packs, and the 26th for anybody who has to wait and, can't actually get them, right? So I would highly recommend the sampler pack if you're just wanting to play Mantle of Power and you don't really want to get into all the pay to win stuff. This is actually, these packs, I do want to say straight up, are the most pay to win packs I've ever seen in this game, but in all honesty, I'm okay with it. I'm actually surprised these packs are not as bad as I thought they were going to be, because I feel, for myself personally anyway, other people might feel otherwise, and I know that lots of people are quitting and everything like that because of things like this. But for myself personally, I think they're doing proper pay to win with this, where you just pay money and you negate all of the grinding, rather than what they used to be doing with Trove when they were first trying to implement all the paying and stuff like that. Like with the classes, for example, that's the big one where it's that's just a mistake, but they ended up doing it anyway. But otherwise, for everything else, like even the dragon caches, until recently, you would still be paying for something that still had a very low chance of success, right? So, when they ended up implementing the new greater caches for the dragon caches, that was proper pay to win. I'm not saying I entirely agree with this game going to pay to win, but at least you're doing it right. So anyway, what you're going to end up getting out of this package, you're going to get early access, and then you're going to get 2 empowered gem boxes. We'll talk more about what each of these do. 30 gem booster boxes, 100 jade clover boosters. Don't get confused about what booster means, because it is not similar to Trove calling Magic Find when it actually does not operate like any other video game that actually calls it Magic Find. In Trove, Magic Find is actually more like Lucky Chance, and these boosters are actually just guaranteed rolling for certain things. They're not actually like a booster where it boosts your RNG for 2 hours or experience or anything like that. So anyway, you get Jade boosters, Glittering Horseshoe boosters, Diamond Dice boosters, Lapis Luck Bug boosters, and pretty much for each of the packs up and up and up, which increase in price, you're going to end up getting more boosters out of it. Thank you for inviting me so that I can actually scroll to the left, just because I have the site open for myself. So the next pack up is the Gem Fnatic Pack. This one's $37.50 right now anyways, as it's on sale. Probably going to end up being $50 when everything is finalized. And this one is going to include a class gem key, as well as just a ton of all the other gems and everything like that, just more so than the first pack. But the class key is the big thing that you're going to be getting that's different. And then for the final pack, this is the one that's $74.99, probably going to be $100 once the sale is actually off. It's too bad these weren't their normal prices, seriously. But anyway, with this one, of course, you get head start with all of them. You get early access to Mantle of Power. This one is going to include the Sun and Moon Stellar Aura. Now, if you don't already know, Stellar gear is going to be one above Radiant, and the helmet is actually going to have its own unique VFX similar to the weapons. Some of the VFX look absolutely ridiculous, while some of them actually look very, very cool. I know for a fact that the Sun and Moon Stellar Aura is Joe's favorite, so hopefully you're still going to be able to grind this aura in particular in game, but I'm not exactly sure. It might just be an exclusive item for people that buy it, or it's extremely difficult to actually get. I do want to point out that all of these gems, keys, and everything like that, I'll have images on the screen and everything like that, but all of these are going to be I don't think you can attain any of these items outside of the cash shop, and you'll see what ends up happening, what each of these things end up doing. We'll talk about about that a little bit more in detail. But the final pack is going to give you 2 gem keys as well, 10 empowered boxes, and then just a ton more of all of the boosters and everything like that. Now, let's talk a little bit more in detail as to what all of these actually do. They actually have a big FAQ of what they all do. I'll put links in the description and everything so you can read them for yourself. But yeah, so anyway, the gems, of course, we talked about that a little bit more in detail. Card will be in the top right-hand corner where you can see us talking about it a little bit more in detail. But for those that have been keeping up, I'm sure you all know what it already is. And so they've got the class gem key, as they show right here. The class gem key allows you to go to a special shop that's in the shores of the Everdark. I guess a certain shop or a new shop or something like that that's in the elemental adventure worlds. And by exchanging this key, you will end up getting a top rarity empowered gem of your choice. Now, what this says to me is it means that you're probably just skipping the entire grind and going to be able to get yourself one of the class exclusive gems that will augment your abilities just right off the hop. So that's actually perfect that the ultimate pack, let's just call it that, includes 2 of the class keys, because in all honesty, the only one that I would recommend getting above all else is the Boomeranger gem key, unless they end up nerfing chickens, in which case it makes the Boomeranger absolutely useless. But as of right now, it ends up being one of the strongest abilities in the game, and it's very, very cool because it makes his giant bomb drop chickens, which cause like crazy damage. It's absolutely awesome and hilarious. And then I would say that the second key you would use on whatever class you want to main. So for myself personally, I'm going to be maining the Chloromancer, even though, you know, it's not like the best ability or anything like that. But either way, that's not bad. That's okay. Like I said, it's cash up, very pay to win. Grab it and just skip all the grind and stuff like that, right? But then there is the empowered gem boxes, which they operate similar to the ring boxes. You throw them on the ground and they will actually give you gems that modify your abilities or unlock entirely new skills. The boxes also have a very rare chance of dropping the class gem keys as well as a gemmed dragon egg. No idea what that is. That sounds very exciting. Maybe they're gonna have certain dragons that will be gemmed up versions of current dragons, and maybe there'll be like a Super Saiyan version that does like something unique or something different. But the empowered gem boxes will be earnable in game for free without actually paying. But of course, it's going to require like a lot of grinding and a lot of RNG to actually get them, right? So the gem booster packs will drop gem dust, all 4 types of boosters, and rarely empowered gem boxes. What the boosters actually do, this is where, like I said, these are not like traditional boosters in the sense of any other video game ever made, is the Jade Clover will actually keep your gem from cracking, because when you're forging up your gem, it has a gem of cracking, and when it ends up breaking, you can repair it, but it actually costs cubits to repair. Now, this has me a little bit worried because of the fact that these gems are not supposed to be like, you're not supposed to be able to take them out of your character. So I don't know if I necessarily understand or even fully agree with the idea that you would end up putting these gems into your character and it forces you to repair it rather than just augmenting it with a different gem that you find on the ground or something like that, right? So anyway, that's what the Jade Clover does, is it prevents it from cracking. The Glittering Horseshoe, it prevents it from cracking, as well as giving it a 2 times chance to level up, because there's a chance that the gem will crack, do nothing, or level up to the next power level of it, or whatever it's going to be called, right? Then the Diamond Dice will keep it from cracking or give it a 4% or 4 times chance to level up. It's not a percent, it's a times chance. So I hope I said 2 times as well. But yeah, so the point is too that each of these boosters prevent your gem from cracking. So there, of course, it's just the different qualities of them. You don't have to stack them. You don't have to use like all of them at once or anything like that. You just use one at a time. I don't know what the maximum level is for a gem. As far as I know, you can only end up getting a gem to level up once, or in a very rare chance, have it level up twice and get double the power. But I don't know if there's anything that you can level up higher than that. So I think it's just about making it, you're trying your best to get the level 2 ones. And even then, these normal gems might be able to pull out your character, but the class specific ones I know do not. The Lapis Luck Bug, which is the most expensive box of them all, prevents it from cracking, gives a 2 times chance for the gem to level up, but it gives it a 10 times chance for it to get a double level. So again, I'm not exactly sure what they're going to be doing with the leveling system with the gems. They did talk about having the Mantle of Power on the PTS sometime this week, so hopefully it's out by, they said that the PTS server will end up coming online Wednesday and Friday, I think, or something like that. Honestly, I don't know. I keep, whenever I relay this information to all of you, I'm only relaying information that I've heard from the devs or that has been officially announced. I do not believe any of the rumors that any other players end up spreading, and unfortunately, the devs do have a bad habit of saying they're going to do something, and then afterwards you just find out it's not actually there. So the way that we kind of always approach Trove content, myself and all the other officers and Team Pixel and stuff, is it's pretty much like, it's not in the game until it's in the game, you know? And anything else that's said, including what the devs say, is just like, yeah, right, it's just not there. So that is pretty much it for the gem packs. The important thing I do want to include too is that gem dust that was mentioned in the empowered boxes. Is that the empowered boxes? Which one was it? No, it's the gem booster boxes. Yeah, that's right. So the booster boxes are going to give you all of those things that increase the luck of the gems rolling up and getting more powerful and stuff like that. But the gem booster boxes are something that you will end up getting the gem dust from. Now, I want to point this out because this is a little bit important, but in order to forge up to stellar gear, of course, I'll have a card in the top right that goes to another video where we talked a little bit more about the stellar gear. Stellar gear is going to require 2 radiant items, like 2 radiant souls. So you're going to break down your radiant items. Don't do it yet until Mantle of Power is in, by the way. But you break down 2 radiant items and get yourself radiant souls, and then it's going to cost a bunch of gem dust. Not exactly sure how much, but it is going to cost gem dust. So again, these are all going to be things that you will be able to farm in the U8 Shadow Coliseum or U9 if you're strong enough. And the booster gems that just give the gem dust, it's important to note that none of the stuff out of these packs is giving you radiant souls. However, they are giving you gem dust. So if you already have all the radiant souls and then you end up getting the gem dust, you're going to be able to get stellar almost immediately on your character, depending how much of the gem dust is actually required and how much you need. Maybe it's like a special gem dust that you can't actually get from these boosters. I don't know. But either way, almost all of this stuff, not necessarily the boosters, but everything else that is included, that these boosters augment and change and stuff like that, all the boosters and everything like that are cash up, but everything else you can grind for free in game. So I think that's okay. I think that it is not as bad as we all thought it was, at least for myself personally. I'm sure other people, you know, let me know what you all think in the comment section below, whether you think that this is like ridiculous or not. But ultimately, like, really, I don't think that this is as bad, or anything is going to be as bad as them forcing everybody to pay for the classes. That's pretty much the only real big thing in this game, because otherwise everything else, you can still do it for free, technically. So that is a proper pay-to-win design for a game. But either way, that's what I think anyway. Let me know what you all think. Thanks so much for watching. Do not forget to Hadouken the like button, share, favorite, and subscribe to join Team Pixel Sano and stay epic. I'll give a bit more information on Mantle of Power as it ends up getting closer.